Here's my second video on OneNote Class Creator, and I'm trying to show you now how you can use it in your setting, whatever subject area you are. So here, this is just my own personal launchpad on RM Unify. I have actually made a link straight to my OneNote Class Creator. It's really easy to do. You just go to a blank one, hit add, and then personal tile, and fill in the details. But to show you the full way to get to it, you go to your school site, as where I showed you how to make a site before, or whichever SharePoint site you link it to. Once it loads up there, I'm just going to go to the site contents. I'm going to use the site contents down here this time. It's the exact same as the settings wheel up here in site contents. All roads do lead to Rome. Once that loads up, we're going to pick OneNote Notebook Creator. You will have a second one that will appear in a second that says shared. We just leave that one, ignore that one. We just want this one here, and it will take us into the OneNote Class Creator tool for making notebooks, for adding students and adding teachers, and then also links to get back to any OneNotes that you've created in the past. So it will load up for us. If only Microsoft played some music or something while you were waiting, it would probably get very annoying. So once this loads up, you'll be able to see my OneNote. So get notebook links here. We're going to go into my higher graphics one, and it's saying, are you happy to open this in OneNote on your desktop? Yes, I am. Now it's split into three areas. So we've got collaboration space, content space, and then usually you have all the pupil names along here. All I've done is create a new subsection, and then I've put all the pupils in this folder here, 14, 15. So collaboration space, anybody can edit anything here, so it's ideal for group working tasks. And as you can see down the right hand side, it's got the name of the user and when they've done it. So for collaborative learning styles and accountability for who's done what, obviously you need to encourage the pupils to use their own computer for inputting data, but then you've got a clear record of who has done what. My plan with this area is to do a lot of group work tasks, peer assessment, so putting up exam questions that 8 pupils answered and get other pupils to mark it, things like that. So this is really the big advantage of this space. The other thing I'm going to use this for is a bit like Edmodo and the class wall, of having discussions and chats and conversations that people can ask questions and then anybody can answer there, not just dialogue between pupil teacher. So that would be my idea with the collaboration space here, to really use it. The next one that we've got is our content library. Now this is the easiest way to think of it is your, as a teacher, notes that you print out and give to the pupils. Again, you can make as many sections up here. You can make subsections if you want to group things together, or just have them as I have. So I've got a nice wee simple, this is the start of the page here, and then we have got it split into these areas here. So first I've got my 2D unit for graphics, and you can see I've pre-populated it with a whole range of tasks. Now the first one, I've popped a PDF. The pupils would still get a printout of this, but then it's a nice track of this is what they did here, and this is what they can do. So that's the idea of this page here. The other option for inputting things, you can put in worksheets, and then the pupils have got access to the worksheet, and you don't have to spend lots of money on printing coloured worksheets. And then the big one obviously is PowerPoints. So you can see here I've pinched this from another school and I've uploaded the PowerPoint, and it's split into sub pages here, which breaks it up, but at times I sometimes try and input it so it's all in one big slide going all the way down. Other times it's much better if it's split up a wee bit. So that's the advantage here. Now one question or issue that people have got is, okay, I've uploaded a PowerPoint, I've recognised there's a mistake in it, what can I do? Do I have to delete the whole thing and then re-upload it? You would see whenever you're using Word or PowerPoint that you can go File and under the print option, send to OneNote, and that would send it onto a page much like this. But if you need to change something, this A to Z of DTP, this is stored within the OneNote. Okay, so if I double click on this, it will say, do you want me to open PowerPoint? Are you sure it's okay to open PowerPoint? If I say yes, then this is now the file opened in PowerPoint. If I need to make a change here, so I wanted to say insert, and then we'll just go for a little shape and put a wee shape in the bottom corner. Now you could change text or added pictures or completely change the whole PowerPoint. Then I can hit save, and where this saves is onto the OneNote. So on my OneNote here, it takes a wee moment, and then as if by magic the square will appear on here, and that's us. So you can see the printout below may not be, maybe out of date. Right click here to refresh, so I can go here and refresh printout, and it'll say yep, you're happy with that, and it's just going to update it all, and then we should hopefully, OneNote's try and get my attention. So you can see here I've got the full PowerPoint, and just to embarrass me, it has not put in the square yet. You can see it's still updating here. Whenever it's updating, it does take a wee minute to refresh things. So what we'll do is we'll leave it there, and then we'll come back to it and we'll see if it's updated in a moment. Now the other things I've put in here, you can see I've got a 3D unit, a theory unit, which is more sort of preparation for like prelim and exams. Within this area, what I have put in is some videos. So within the 2D and for rendering, I've got links here that take you to Vimeo to watch some videos that I do, and then I've got a PowerPoint to go with. But under the theory section, you can see I've got a whole load of things like vector images, and it's a big mix of either titles that I haven't followed up or PowerPoints with key information. Now you can see here I've embedded a movie in here. I can double tap that, hit OK, it'll open up in Windows Media Player with the video wherever it's got, and it'll play through, and it does have sound if you wanted to listen to the sound. So that's the idea of embedding videos into it. The big advantage is that once the pupils have got all of this, they've got access to every single one of your notes. So say if they want to check if loft is mentioned in your notes, which is one of the things in higher graphics, you can see this is all the pages that loft appears, which I think for the pupils it makes very much their school notes as if they're just on the internet and fully searchable, and pupils can find stuff, which I really like. So that's what I've done. The last tab, this is where I'm going to put up the homework tasks, with the thought being that the pupils can either, if it's just a reading or a flipped learning lesson where they have to watch a video or read some information, they can find it here, and I can just put the homework down the side here. If they need to do some writing, then they can copy and paste the text in here, they can't change it, but then in their own workbook they could then paste it and then write their own answers to it. So that's my quick sort of tour guide around my OneNote. I hope it's been beneficial. The last thing I would mention is once you've opened it in the full version of OneNote, the very useful thing that you can do, so you can see it's saying it's still opening, anytime you can just go to start, open OneNote, and then all your OneNotes that you've opened on that computer will be listed there, so you can click and it'll take you. So it's jumped now to my S1 notebook that I use for just playing about. So that's the idea. I hope it's been of some use. There is a hack group on Glow that you can get part of, and there is a lot of discussions online. OneNote seems amazing. I would use it. Anything can be uploaded, audio, videos, you name it. My best advice would be have a play, see the amazing stuff you can do with it. But it really is a digital jotter, and you don't need to have to print off, and once local authorities realise this, they're going to say, hold on a minute, you can save a shed lot of money. So get ahead of the curve, save your department some money, and make your own life a bit easier. Thanks for watching. Cheers. Bye.